So, if I could change the subject for a moment, this morning I
Sure.
woke up to some interesting news. Wasn't expecting to see the trailer for Napoleon, the Ridley Scott directed Napoleon,
Oh,
starring Joaquin
mhm.
Phoenix. It just dropped this morning, the trailer. It is set for a Thanksgiving release. And I think this may be only the second. Okay, I know Barbie's apparently a big hyped film, but in my eyes, it is the only second major blockbuster coming out this summer. Well, technically fall.
After
And you know,
Oppenheimer, right?
yeah, you know what I noticed is interesting? The two big films that actually have potential of being good are both historical biopics. Huh.
Mhm.
Um,
But
from what I've seen
let's
with
not forget
Barbie, I have seen too many
Sound of
red
Freedom.
flags.
I
I
am
have
very
zero interest
skeptical
in
of
Barbie.
Napoleon. Oh, Barbie, I've heard about Napoleon because I have my issues with Napoleon, but
He's got a short man complex. That's all.
Well,
he's not short. He's just slightly less than average than the average man. There's a oversimplified. They had a running joke in that, and it's the truth, but it's hilarious.
it'll be like if hundreds of years later, Royce is a historical figure who's known for his wig.
Well, I don't get the Barbie movie hype. I really don't get it because it's like all of
don't either.
Hollywood's like, oh, this is so funny, and I'm like,
No, okay. I have seen, because I've gone and seen the terrible movies. I have seen the extended trailers that come with watching the terrible movies. There's red flags everywhere. This whole thing is a feminist propaganda where feminine lies in society.
Well, I think one of them said during their press tours for advertising the movie or marketing the movie, they actually said, "Oh yeah, we're breaking gender roles."
Yeah,
Or something like
Ken
something
is
to that
going to be
effect.
the ditzy blonde, and Barbie is going to learn what real life is.
Because
Oh,
that's just what we
joy.
all wanted
Isn't
to
Will
see.
Ferrell in it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Will
so.
Ferrell's the bad guy. He's the owner of Mattel. But
So it's going to be a full meta movie.
Might see
Well,
wait,
that.
is he going to be doing like the Lego movie thing all over again? Is it going to be what was his was a president? What was his whole shtick in the Lego movie? This is sounding a lot like his shtick in the Lego movie, though.
I like his shtick in the Lego movie.
Well,
It was
I do
unique.
too, but I'm just like, wait a minute, that we're getting meta again, and
I don't know. But like I said, I've seen enough. Like one of the extended trailers has Barbie going to a shaman, which is basically looks like another Barbie that a kid's like cut the hair and doodled all over and stuff. You know that scene from the end of Toy Story 3? She's an artist. That's what that Barbie looked like to me. Was
Oh, brother.
when he gets stuck in the backpack. But anyway, one of the scenes has her holding up a pair of high heel Barbie shoes, and the other is these like weird scuffy moccasins. And Barbie's like, "Oh, I want those," and she's like, "No, you want the moccasins? No, I really want the nice high heels." She's like, "Just aren't you a little curious?" Yeah, there's a lot of warning signs.
I'm just also just intimidated. I'm just scared off by the fact that like nobody talked about the movie until the big pundits began talking about the big pundits all start the Barbie movie. I'm like, when did people start getting hyped for the Barbie movie?
Well, you notice how they haven't had any leaks of the script or anything? That's because they know if it does, a lot of people probably won't go see it.
I think
I know
Legally
two
Blonde
people
was a better
who go see
Barbie
it.
movie.
I don't
I'm
know
not
why,
saying it.
but I
Look.
just not even slightly curious.
I can
Nothing.
watch Barbie or Oppenheimer. Which one you think I'm gonna watch?
Read out, I'll be right there with you,
Oppenberg.
man. We'll be rooting for the bomb. I mean,
Which to me, Oppenheimer is the one movie that it's the only movie this whole summer I think has a legit chance of being remembered beyond this year.
I think Sound of Freedom might.
just blew
That-
everything out of the
yeah.
water.
Well, I mean in terms of promotional before we got it released.
Mhm.
Like when I looked at the spring and I'm like, oh, what's coming out? And I'm like,
Technically, Sound of Freedom's in third place, but if you look at the number of theaters versus everyone else,
Yeah, it's blown things out
pound
of
for
the water.
pound, it's doing a lot better.
I'm
Yeah.
excited to say that I just found out while we were talking earlier, Sound of Freedom is playing at my local theater, not a big AMC, my little
Oh,
one room
nice.
theater. So I think I know what I'll be doing this Sunday.
Nice. I wish mine would play it. But I mean, I've heard reports like, oh, who was it? It was one of, I think it was Yellow Flash was reporting that some of the theaters have been boycotting that to the point they turned off the AC in one of the movie theaters.
Seriously?
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
there's a
think it
video
was
of a
Yellow
woman. There's a
Flash.
video of a woman and her friend leaving the video theater, and at first she bought the tickets online. She got to the theater and they were like refunded to her.
Yep.
Like, okay, so they bought the tickets again and went in there, and then he said that the theaters that specific theater AC wasn't working. Like AC was working everywhere except that one theater.
Yep. AC was
And like
working
they were
in
the
the
only ones in
hall.
there.
AC was working in the bathroom. AC was working in the front. AC was working in the theater next to it, but it just was not working for some reason in the theater playing that movie.
And it wasn't just that one theater. Like it's who
I don't know
I
about
think
that.
it had to been Yellow Flash. It was one of the bigger names that reported it.
This is just such a weird pushback, though. I mean, everybody who's seen the movie is singing its praises, saying how great it is,
Well,
and
here's the thing.
it's
I'm not
all
even.
about rescuing children.
Yeah,
Why are
that's
people pushing against it so hard? And
because it's a QAnon. Because they're listening to the news. It's being promoted as a QAnon conspiracy theory. I guess I don't know if there's anything in the movie about children's blood
I
being
mean, why
drinking
are
or
they
anything like
doing
that.
that? Is what
But
you gotta ask.
I think that's what they're promoting it. If you look at the news, they're saying like it's like, oh, they all think that these kids are being abducted and their blood is being drank and stuff like that. They do this over the top like conspiracy theorist explanation to the people to make it seem like the QAnon people are nut job. The thing is, I'm not even gonna watch it for all that. It's a crime mystery thriller. I just watched Dial M for Murder last night. It's a Hitchcock, classic. Not my favorite. I didn't really like the way it like kind of ends. But I like crime thrillers. I like noir detectives. So if this is a crime mystery movie, that's mainly gonna snag me in. What crime mysteries are really like going on? Like a big one right now. Like I know the subject
think
matter is pretty big, but
They just
Faceless.
can't, like part of the problem
Theater.
is the power lead cannot live with the fact that this is a film that they try to cast away. Because if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it supposed to be like a Fox production or something like that initially?
Yeah.
And then
believe
Disney
Fox-
got bought off and chucked it.
Yeah, Fox I think initially had it, and so Disney decided to sweep it under. But it is from Angel Studios, and I remember seeing something about it. I don't know if shares were offered or not. If there were, I just don't think I had money at the time and I wish I would have been able to buy some shares for this because this would have been great. I do have shares in two other movies that are coming up. Probably, I think one of them is supposed to be next year, and I think another one's a couple of years off still.
I know that it was crowdfunded. In order to get it from Disney, they had to do a crowdfunding and raised over $5 million so they could buy it from Disney.
You know what's the really weird thing about that, though? Disney had this; they had it ready to go, and they'd rather sell it than release it when they could make that much money.
It's not the only thing they did with. I mean, well, I don't have any interest in it. That Nimona film that Netflix just released, it was a similar thing. It was 2/3 finished by Blue Sky. Of course, Blue Sky got bought out by Fox, and of course, Fox got bought out by Disney. And Disney, basically, when it was almost done, just said, nope, we're not releasing it.